Act of Valor is one of the biggest pieces of shit I've ever seen. If you haven't seen it, you probably forgot that this movie even existed. And if you have seen it, you probably forgot this movie existed too, because it was so fucking bad that your mind's trying to repress it from your memory. And it wasn't bad because of studio interference. The studio gave the directors all the control they needed. But the directors decided to give the control all to these Navy SEALs that should not be in control of making a movie.
We thought there was a unique opportunity there to tell our story accurately where it hadn't been done before, and kind of share with the public who we are, what we're about, and some of the things we do, you know, behind the camera or, you know, out of the camera's vision.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sure you're really good at killing people, but you're not good at acting.
Nothing much, man. Now, I know you got the New York heritage, but this isn't exactly like sitting back in Staten Island. You gotta actually work hard to get through the surf.
The directors Mike McCoy and Scott Waugh pimped these Navy SEALs out like a hooker on the street, all for this stupid fucking gimmick, just to make money. And they did, because they knew that they would get all these Americans' patriot boners rock hard. And if there's one thing I can say good about this movie is the fact that the veterans actually did care.
In our work, we kind of work to such a level of I think, expertise and seeking perfection that then you see that and you just start attacking yourself for what the end result was.
They wanted to make a movie that depicts war in an accurate way. They wanted to share their stories. But the thing is with these directors and actors, they squandered any of the potential that they had. This isn't much of a surprise because these are very inexperienced actors. But it's not even just the soldiers that are bad at acting. It's also the family.
Daddy, can I come with you?
Basically everyone in this movie is a terrible actor. I can't really do their acting justice without just showing you it.
So excited for you, man. You're gonna be a good dad.
I'm gonna take this piece of paper. I'm gonna make it into a nice paper airplane.
Beat it.
No, I don't surf.
I know you don't surf, but it'll be good to get the families together.
We have 8 foreign nationals heading to our country, and needless to say, they are no big fan of ours.
You know how I mentioned that the directors kind of gave the actors all of the control? Well, they even let them write all the dialogue.
One of the things that was really important to us was the way that these guys speak and being accurate to that. And they talk in a lot of acronyms and shorthand.
Hey fellas, what's up? It's hotter than 2 rats screwing in a wool sock out there, yeah?
They're saying all these stupid ass sayings all throughout the movie. This is some of the worst decision making by a director I've ever seen. Now these guys keep on saying that they were inspired by Spielberg. They apparently were mentored by Spielberg.
We were educated by Steven Spielberg, Michael Mann, Oliver Stone. We had to sit next to them, next to their shoulder, and get educated by the most brilliant filmmakers of all time.
Did he teach you to use CGI blood? Did he tell you to shake the camera all the time? The editing's so bad you can't even tell what the hell's going on. Just look at the editing of this scene of them going into a submarine. This is almost as bad as that Taken scene where it takes like 20 shots for Liam Neeson to jump over a fence. When a director like Edgar Wright uses fast-paced editing, he uses it to speed through a character's actions, and it always has a point. Look at this scene from Shaun of the Dead. It's very brief, but the viewer learns everything they need to know. They learn that Simon Pegg's character is getting ready for work. The usage of fast-paced editing here takes what would be a mundane scene and turns it into a funny, entertaining moment. When a bad director uses fast-paced editing, they try to make a slow and boring scene not seem slow and boring, but it ends up just being irritating.
Instead of going to film school, we were educated by Steven Spielberg, Michael Mann, Oliver Stone. We had to sit next to them, next to their shoulder, and get educated by the most brilliant filmmakers of all time, and just being able to sponge off them and be on set with them for 3-4 months on a set was the best education you could ever get.
You are hacks and are terrible at directing. And I'll tell you why. You're terrible at directing actors, you're terrible at directing action, you're terrible at editing, you're god-awful at writing dialogue, and altogether, you're just really bad at making movies. In conclusion, Act of Valor is a waste of time, and don't watch it. I wish I didn't. But what you should do is like and subscribe. I go to film school right now, and I'm going to be posting my short films and more reviews in the future. So if you want to be here for all of that, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.